Do, 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 do. Right, I'm walking down the road. Now, let me just quickly tell you guys I'm live. 1 second, you guys join. Hello. So until you guys join, so we've had an interesting day. Now, I've just posted the video, the Finley and Harper video that I did last night. Now, I've already told you the story, but I'm going to tell you it again. Hi, Jane. So I didn't sleep very well. About 5 a.m. in the UK, I got a notification from Finley's Instagram. And I'll be honest with you, because they're so young, I don't really pay that much attention. You know, it's a teenage thing, isn't it? But I don't know, something just made me go, because it said live stream. It's the first time I've had a notification of a live stream from Finley. I get confused, Finley or Harper, but the actual Instagram was Finley's. And then the funny thing is, I started watching it, I couldn't sleep, and this young man, and I think Finley, was saying, we're inviting everyone to join their talent show. And you had the twins, Finley and Harper, all excited and giggling and laughing, as 16-year-olds do, and saying, yes, come on, we want to see your talent, and please join us, please join our live stream, please, I'll follow you if you do, you know. And they were saying you can sing or dance or rap, you know, kid stuff, yeah? Teenagers, typical. And the thing that stood out to me, and I've already said this to you guys, is just how friendly and likable and well-mannered and kind and humble these twins, the most famous twins really on the planet, Elvis's grandkids, Lisa Marie's beautiful children, and just how they treated the people that joined, just with total respect. Completely grounded people that were not up themselves, had not been tainted by fame or attention or wealth or riches. Hi, Amy. Amy, have you seen my Finley and Harper live stream I did, where they did their own talent show on Instagram, and they just invited the general public to join in and do a talent show? I just thought it was so so humble and kind, and how friendly and nice they were. It was a live one, yeah? It was live, so I don't know if you were able to watch their lives, I'm not sure. The thing that stood out to me was obviously they started singing Can't Help Falling in Love. You know, Elvis's I Can't Help Falling in Love, with one of these people that had joined their talent show. And if you watch my live stream, and I've done 2 videos on it, you can actually hear the twins you can actually hear the twins singing with the people on the talent show. And one of the songs they sing with one of the contestants of their talent show is Can't Help Falling in Love. So you actually hear Finley and Harper duetting, is it a duet, with this other young lady, and you can hear their voices. You can actually hear their voices singing. They've got nice voices. You can actually hear the twins harmonizing. Seriously, Amy, I'm not messing around here. I was completely gobsmacked that, to me, it was a world exclusive. It was like, wow, I'm actually hearing the twins. I know they're only 16, so I'm not going to be doing lots of stuff with Finley and Harper because they're so young. You know, they're 16 years old. I have to respect that. But this is a taster of things to come. Because, you know, the thing that stood out to me, Amy, was that they are very proud of Elvis. And they were encouraging the Instagram, you know, their followers, whatever you call it on Instagram, to do talent, you know, to join in on their talent competition that they was doing. And just the humble way that they treated the contestants. I think there was only 3 or 4. Oh, hi, Elvis family. Now, the thing that stood out to me, and Amy, you know I've got teenage kids, yeah? I've got young kids. Now, one of my biggest problems I have with my kids is to get them to be well-mannered, respectful, polite, yes please, no thank you, hello, goodbye, basic respect. I struggle with it, guys. Now, the one thing that stood out with Finley and Harper to me that really was important was how well-mannered they are, but not just that, how they treated the contestants. How they treated the contestants. They were like, oh, we love you, we love you. And they were so kind and they were so grateful and thankful that these people had joined in. Yeah, she did. Lisa Marie Presley definitely 100% has raised them right. They were so, do you know what? I was so pleased with how nice and kind they were. Humble is the word, yeah? I was almost in tears. I was nearly in tears just listening to them giggling and laughing together. They did sound happy. And they were just enjoying it. And they were loving the contestants on their Instagram. They were just loving them joining in. And one of them did a dance. And there was one girl that sang a song. No, there was a gentleman that sang a song. And I was like, these are just a couple of typical teenagers. You know what they're like. You know what they're like, Amy. Kids at that age, 16 years old. They all want to do the funny dancing on Instagram and TikTok. They wear a lot of makeup and hair and nails, and it's just standard teenage stuff. All good, nothing wrong in it. No harm in it. Now, these two girls, when they become adults, it's obvious they're going to be stunning. Now, I always think of Sylvester Stallone's daughters that have grown into just really kind, respectful, beautiful women, haven't they? Rocky's daughters, yeah? And this is what Finley and Harper are going to become, I think. They're 16 years old now, yeah? Will you imagine those two girls when they're in their 18, 19, 20, 21, 22? Now, the one thing I learned from that Instagram last night, the one thing, yeah, they do have Gladys's eyes. I agree, Amy. The one thing I learned from last night was that they are Elvis fans and they can sing. And they want to sing Elvis songs. They want to sing Elvis songs. They were actually encouraging the contestants to do Elvis moves or sing Elvis songs. Now, I don't know if you watched it, Amy, but I actually messaged them and said, what is your favorite Elvis song? Yeah? Did you, Amy, did you catch that? Sorry, I'm aiming this at you, Amy, but did you catch that? That I asked them, what is their favourite Elvis song. And do you know what it was? I'll just wait for you to respond. And they did say my name. They shouted out Louis' World of Elvis. Oh, you've watched it? Oh, sorry, I'm not getting all the messages. Oh, sorry, Amy, yeah. So they did actually read out Louis' World of Elvis on Instagram, which I was, yeah, and it was Crying in the Chapel. Now that just brought me to tears. That brought me to tears because I love that song. I want to sing it to you now, but I can't sing. So can you imagine Finley and Harper singing Crying in the Chapel? So I now know that Harper's favourite song, so I'm pretty sure it was Harper's favourite song, was Crying in the Chapel. We now know, guys. We now know. This is what I learned from that Instagram, because I want to go on to my next subject. They are Elvis fans, 100%, and I am not surprised because of the way Lisa Marie would have instilled in them. Lisa Marie would have made sure, that they truly know Elvis and truly love him, and they know Elvis the man, not just Elvis the superstar, the beautiful man, the legend. They know Elvis the man, because I guarantee you that the way Lisa Marie brought up her kids, and you can see it in the book From Here to the Great Unknown, is that yes, she wanted them to honour his talent, his beauty, his fame, the effect that he had on the world, how he transformed the world, how he still loved. Yeah, she would have made sure they knew that, but not just that. She would have made sure, in my opinion, and we've learnt this from the book, haven't we? Yeah, From Here to the Great Unknown. She would have made sure they know his heart. They know his heart, his true personality. Not just the fact that he was born with this talent and gift, but that he just was a decent bloke. He was down to earth, humble, a decent guy with a good upbringing, that worked hard, that wanted always to do the right thing, that wanted to help everybody, that always put himself last. Lisa Marie would have wanted the twins, and of course Riley, to know that. I just love it. I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself. I just love the fact that they are Elvis fans and they will sing it and they can sing. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I also love how they were treating the contestants. Just blew me away. I'm extremely pleased. But not just that. I said it on my last interview, on my last live stream. Those girls are going to be the most famous twins that ever lived. Those girls will be the most famous twins that ever lived. I guarantee it. Not just stunning and beautiful, talented and gifted and humble and caring and kind and giving. I really do believe that all the love that was instilled in them by Lisa Marie is going to shine through them like a diamond. They are going to shine bright, those twins. Now we do have to respect they're only 16. So you're not going to see me doing lots of footage on Finley and Harper, because I want to respect that they're still young, they're still children. But I'm dedicating today to introducing Finley and Harper to Team Elvis, to our subscribers, our members. And I just like to think that that video that I did today, which was about 2 hours long, did give some kind of introduction to Finley and Harper as human beings. I really do think that it was a good video, And I did it completely in an honest way where I didn't want to overstep my mark because of their age. I was trying to be careful. The bottom line is they are still children. So I was trying to be a bit careful. Okay, guys? Anyway, it does lead me on to the next topic. Now, of course, Riley is their sister. Riley is also the daughter of Lisa Marie Presley. Now, we have got a hot topic at the moment. I know that Amy, you've gone through it. I know how shocked Amy was with the Graceland book signing tour. I know how shocked, Amy, you were, because you were there, that Priscilla walked into that room. Now, everyone's got different opinions. Some of you think it was pre-arranged and that Riley knew. I know, Amy. I was nearly in tears as well, Amy. I was wrong. I said there's no way that she'd ever be in Graceland again. I said it loads of times. I was completely proved wrong. I know that the Elvis fans around the world were gutted that Priscilla walked in that room. I literally can't believe it. But it's happened. We got to deal with it. Now, we're trying to read into it, aren't we? Did Riley arrange it? Was it a crash? Was it gate crashed? Yeah, I know, Amy. Now, we've seen the pictures of Riley and Priscilla at the back of Graceland. So that's making many fans feel that it's because Priscilla and Riley are close and get on well. Well, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. I still stand by the fact I do feel it was gate crashed. I do feel that Priscilla walked into that room unexpectedly. Now, I do also think that she was in Graceland. I do think that they knew that I honestly think, I do think that she went to Graceland. I think Priscilla went to Graceland hell-bent on getting in that room and receiving the spotlight that would come with her walking into that room. But I don't think, this is just my opinion, I don't think, yes, we'll talk about that as well, Amy. They stayed in separate hotels, I know that. Thanks to you, Amy, we know that. Because Amy was there. I don't think Riley knew she was going to be in that room. I really don't. I don't think Riley at any point knew she was going to walk in the way she did, and then obviously they had to go and get her a chair. Now, I think there's a chance that Riley half expected it because they knew she was in Memphis because she'd been at the Rotary Club, hadn't she? So there was a chance of it. Now, remember, there's this awkward situation where she is paid as an advisor. I'm just going to turn around. She is paid as an advisor $100,000 a year, isn't she? So in a weird way, she still works for Graceland, doesn't she? She's still... Now, my take on it is this. Yeah, I know you did, Amy. I read all the messages. Whilst you were chasing her, I was reading the messages. Quite exciting, really. And you got your result, really, because your result... Yeah, I read the message, Amy, you were backstage. Now, I got the result. You got the result you wanted. You wanted to know if they were going to stay separately in different places. If, obviously, Riley was staying at Graceland. She went and stayed at the Peabody, yeah? Now, that does speak volumes, doesn't it? It does speak volumes. Because what it tells you is that this is a front. This is a total front, and really they don't get on. Really, they do not get on. I bet you did, Amy. Now, really, they don't get on, do they? They don't get on. This is a front. Now, I completely feel that Priscilla took advantage, overstepped her mark. And that everyone was surprised. They hurriedly got a chair for her. Then you had... we're going to talk about that now. They hurriedly got a chair for her. Nicole Richie looked very surprised to me. Was not expecting it and just went into autopilot to try and make everything seem okay. Now, this, then we get the first 15 minutes of the interview. It's pretty basic, pretty simple, yeah? Just chatting, asking them the same questions that she's been answering in all these interviews around America. Yeah, just answering the same questions that she's been answering on many chat shows, which has been disappointing because I do want Riley to step up and I do want these questions raised about Michael Edwards' alleged sexual abuse. And I know it's very awkward, I know there's legalities, I know that it's quite a difficult thing to bring up sexual abuse on a chat show, but I tell you now, if it was Michael Jackson, they'd be talking about it. If it was Michael Jackson, they'd be talking about it. So I don't like the fact that it's been avoided, that it's been swept under the carpet. I do want Riley to step up. Yes, I bet he was. I bet Joel was angry, Amy. Now, I do want Riley to step up and somehow face these accusations, these alleged accusations, and defend her mother. I do want that. We can't push her into it. We need to get the timing right so that Riley does things in a way where we get results. Because we want Michael Edwards held to account for his alleged sexual abuse, misconduct. We also want Priscilla's involvement because she is the mother that was responsible for poor Lisa Marie. So we do want Priscilla to be held accountable and also investigated by the authorities and the police, because Priscilla should have been protecting her 10-year-old daughter. And we know that it went on for years, yeah? 3, 4, 5 years. So Priscilla's in trouble as well, guys. Now, remember, this is all opinions for entertainment purposes. Opinions for entertainment purposes. So, let's have a look. Sorry, I missed that, sorry, but you guys can read the comments. I'm only getting the comments for about 3 seconds, so I'm quickly reading them. So, we are going to keep the pressure on with Riley to bring up these horrible allegations and to hold Priscilla accountable for what has gone on to poor Lisa Marie, what hell that Lisa Marie went through. We're completely on board with that. Lisa Marie went through hell whilst with Priscilla, whilst with Michael Edwards, and we want it sorted. We want it addressed and brought up and investigated. That is my position. We don't want it swept under the rug. We don't want it hidden. We don't want the world to act like it never happened. Now, we know that all the news companies have picked up on it, but we want Riley to pick up on it. Now, the one thing I keep saying, yeah, is that poor Lisa Marie, who we adore, love, and miss. Let's have a look. Poor Lisa Marie poured her heart out into these tapes. I keep saying this. She poured her heart out into these tapes. She clearly had asked Riley to help her finish this book. Now Riley, obviously completely surprised and shocked that her mother had this sudden death. Yeah? The whole world is. We know that, don't we? So Riley's had to pick up the pieces. Now we must all remember, this isn't just as simple as Lisa Marie dies, Riley writes a book and that's it. No. The twins have lost their mother. We must remember this. I think they were 14. The twins have lost their mother. Now Riley was much older, I think in her 30s. All right, if the sound's gone, I'll just end it. Right, can you hear me guys or not? If you can't hear me, I'll just stop. I'll come back for a part 2. I'm gonna come back for a part 2. Hang on. Right, let's just, right, can anyone, all right, is sound okay now? Tell me if you can hear me, guys. I'll keep going if you can. I'll wait for you to reply. Amy, can you hear me? All right, we're back on. We're back on. Right. Okay, now this is what I'm saying, guys. Yes, we got sound, woohoo. Now the twins have lost their mother. Riley has lost her mother. I know she's older. Now I know that Riley puts on this beautiful smile and has just got on with her life, hasn't she, yeah? She's got on with her life. She's been so brave, so have the twins, and they've put this book together. They've done a brilliant job of this book. We know it's very obvious that Lisa Marie wanted everything out. She wanted the Michael... Thanks, Amy. It's very obvious that Lisa Marie wanted the world to know what had happened. She wanted the allegations of Michael Edwards out there in the public domain. She wanted it out there. She doesn't want it brushed under the carpet. She wants the world to know. She wants the fans to know. She wants the media to know. The TV, you know, she wants it all over the internet. She wants Michael Edwards, these alleged accusations, she wants him brought to justice. Now, we're loud and clear, aren't we? We want justice for Lisa Marie. We want justice for Lisa Marie, don't we? That's what we want, guys. We're sickened by what Lisa Marie has gone through. It's brought us all to tears. It's unbearable, isn't it? It's unbearable that we know that Lisa Marie, Elvis's beautiful daughter, just after Elvis died, you know, a few years after Elvis died, was being abused, allegedly abused. We also know that Priscilla, in our opinions, with Michael Edwards, if you look at his book, Michael Edwards' book, that they were going to regular parties, allegedly snorting cocaine and getting very drunk, and that Priscilla put her career before her daughter, in our opinion, for entertainment purposes. And we also know that that Lisa Marie was sent off to summer camps and Scientology as well as Priscilla going off and furthering her career, putting all her time into her own ambitions, movie making, fragrance, children's clotheslines, bed linen, and many other things, don't we? We know that Priscilla, in our opinion, for entertainment purposes, put herself before her daughter Lisa Marie. We also know that if what Michael Edwards allegedly, still to be proven, had done to his beautiful girl Lisa Marie, who he adored, Elvis would have shot him. Yeah? There would be no Michael Edwards if Elvis caught Michael Edwards abusing his beautiful daughter at that age, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is all alleged. This is all for opinions and entertainment purposes. So now I'm going to go back onto the... to me, it's very clear Lisa Marie wanted the world to know, yeah? Lisa Marie wanted the world to know. And she wants Riley to step up and defend her. Riley must defend her mother. She must. Like Amy says, she needs to do it at the right time. She needs to get all the information together and then do it properly. So we have high expectations of Riley, but we fully support Riley. We fully support Riley. Remember, we are defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. We defend the bloodline. Riley, if you ever watch our videos, our live streams, here at Team Elvis, defending Elvis Presley, we fully support you. We fully support you. We fully support the twins, Finley and Harper. 100%. Even if Riley makes mistakes, even if Riley gets things wrong, we still support her through the ups and downs. There is no hate for Riley here. Now, this is what I'm saying to the channels that are trying to create hate against Riley and Finley and Harper, but mainly Riley at the moment. What you're doing is wrong. I call it a war of Elvis. This is Elvis Wars with a W. Now remember, how can I say it, guys? There's some of you that want to say you're only true fans if you only support Lisa and Elvis. This is the word going round. True fans only support Elvis and Lisa. This is bullshit. This is complete codswallop. Complete crap. Any of you that believe that Elvis fans are only true fans if they only support Elvis and Lisa, you are out of order. You are spreading hate. You are so wrong. Do you honestly believe that Elvis would want you to be against his granddaughter? Do you really believe that? That Elvis would want you to be against his grandchildren? Do you really think that Elvis would look at you as better fans because you've turned against Riley? You should be ashamed of yourselves. I repeat, you know who you are. Now, just because you've met Elvis does not give you the right to spread hate and tell fans, genuine, decent Elvis fans, that they are not Elvis fans because they support Riley and support Finley and Harper. You're out of order. It's childish and you need to grow up. And I've already said it. How dare you? How dare you tell Elvis fans who had loved Elvis their whole lives that they're not fans just because they also support Riley? Very out of order. Very out of order. Like, it really upsets me that you're doing that. It really, really upsets me. Yeah? You need to back down. You need to calm down. You need to rein your neck in and stop it. You need to stop it. I've been looking at the hateful comments all over Facebook for the true fans. For the true fans. It's disgusting. It's disgusting behavior. You should be ashamed of yourself. Borderline illegal. Now, I recommend to you guys, yeah, defending Elvis Presley subscribers, members, Elvis fans around the world, because many of you will watch this. course he would, Diane. He definitely would. Many of you will watch this. This is what my advice is to you. I'm just a fan in Weston-super-Mare near Bristol in the UK. I'm the British guy who's been a fan of Elvis for over 50 years, like many of you have been fans for over 50 and 60, even longer. Yes? Yeah? Many of you know more about Elvis than me. Many of you have been fans much longer than me. Now, my advice to you is this. Don't let your emotions take over. We have to be there for Riley. We have to be there for the twins. We defend the bloodline. Riley's going to make some mistakes. Riley has gone through hell. The twins have gone through hell. Elvis would be looking to us to support his grandkids. 100%. Lisa Marie would be looking to us to support Riley and Finley and Harper. She would want it. Now, yes, I agree that Lisa Marie would also want Riley to step up and defend her. Wouldn't she? Lisa Marie would want Riley to deal with these sexual abuse allegations. Of course she would. Now remember, Riley could have kept it out of the book. Riley put this book together, didn't she? She went through these tapes, which must have been excruciating for her, to go through the tapes of her poor dead mother, and she picked everything out, what she was going to include in the book. Do we agree? She didn't have to. She didn't have to. Riley could have kept it out, but she didn't. So it's obvious that Riley does want the public to know. It's obvious that Riley does want the authorities and the police to deal with this. Hi, Lorna. Yeah? Are we agreed on that? It's pretty obvious Riley did want it out there. Now, Riley is playing the long game, I think. She's playing the long game. I think Amy thinks it as well. Amy, do you agree that Riley is playing the long game? Yeah? Now, guys, this is what I think. Bit by bit, these alleged... Hi, Pat. Bit by bit, these alleged allegations against Michael Edwards and Priscilla, because she was the mother, are going to be dealt with. I believe that. I really believe it. I also think that now the fans around the world, even the non-fans, have started to know and realise that Priscilla did wrong. Yeah? Priscilla's up to no good. The fans are starting to realise it. Too many things have happened now. Don't forget, we've also got the way that she contested Lisa Marie's wishes when she wanted everything handed to her children. Now let's just quickly talk about the actual interview when Priscilla walked into that room. Now initially, we know, Amy, do you think that when Riley went to walk out the room, it was to get a chair? Amy, you were there. Do you think that when Riley walked over for a few seconds, it was to get a chair? I'm just asking you what your opinion on that is. Let's just see what Amy says. Because obviously the fans, the people around the world have watched that clip where Riley gets up. Now, I also think this. Riley did look very uncomfortable. Now, again, Amy, you were there. It did seem to me that Riley, yes, stunned. Pat, yes. Riley looked stunned. So I'd like to know just how much of a surprise it was to Riley that Priscilla walked in that room. I definitely feel that, is it Nicole Richie looked surprised? Again, Amy, do you think Nicole Richie looked surprised? Right, now let's talk about the questioning. Now remember, guys, I'm gonna cross over. I hope I don't get run over. Right, she was looking for a chair, okay. But was she, Amy, I ask you this. Was she looking for a chair because she wasn't expecting it? Or was she looking for a chair because she knew it was coming? This is what I'd like to know. But anyway, now I look at the questioning that happened. Now, let's just read this. There was a chair brought from the other side and she said, oh, okay. Now, the thing that tells me a lot, she looked uncomfortable the whole time. Yes, and I saw that. She had this sort of grin on her face, didn't she? She had like an odd grin on her face, yeah? Now, Nicole Richie, she asked the question, I've got teenagers. Now, I think it was a mistake for Nicole, because when Nicole Richie asked the question, oh, what's it like? What was Lisa Marie like as a teenager? I know how you feel because I have teenage children. That's right, Pat. She didn't look happy. Now, this question that Nicole Richie asked Priscilla was a mistake, and I'll tell you why. Because she used that as an opportunity to slag off her daughter, Lisa. That question opened a floodgate. She was backstage from the beginning. Yeah, I think I did read that on your comments on the 24-hour chat on Defending Elvis Presley Facebook page. Now, my point is this. Nicole Richie, she asked the question, doesn't she? What's it like? What was Lisa Marie like? Yeah? As a teenager. Yeah? Now, Amy, you know that she could have been backstage trying to get in. They may have been trying to stop her from getting in, Amy. Yeah? Is it possible? They may have been trying to talk her out of going in and being part of the show. It is possible. We don't know, do we? Now, when Nicole Richie said to her, what was Lisa Marie like as a teenager, that opened up the floodgates and it gave Priscilla Presley, yes, Amy, that's just what I was going to say. It gave her the opportunity to trash and bash and slag off Lisa. Now, why did Priscilla take the opportunity to do that? And I'll tell you why. Because of the damage being done by the book, From Here to the Great Unknown. The whole of the world are looking to Priscilla to explain her actions, to explain Michael Edwards, her boyfriend's actions of alleged sexual abuse and violence and drug taking. He sounds like a horrible man, doesn't he? The disgusting things that he did. A very abusive, angry, violent man. That's how he sounds, guys. That's my opinion for entertainment purposes. But anyway, let me get to the point. She then went on for 10 minutes trashing Lisa Marie, finding any excuse to expose that Lisa Marie took drugs, got too drunk, was very naughty, that was chasing after boys constantly. Now, the funny thing is, well, Jack Sodden, really, he's got questions to answer. Amy, Jack Sodden has questions to answer. Now, don't forget, we at Defending Elvis Presley, we have issues with Jack Sodden. Yeah, we have issues because this deal that was done around 1979, yeah, 1980, that sort of time, that basically give Priscilla almighty power to be the front person for Graceland and to take all the credit for opening Graceland. This deal was put together with Jack Sodden. So we've got questions to ask that, but that's for another day. That is a different topic. Let's get back to the, Joel and the Gambilis, Lisa's cousin. Yes, I've seen those photos. Right, let's get back to the topic. So Priscilla uses the interview to slag off Lisa Marie and try and turn public opinion to make the public think that Lisa Marie's book, From Here to the Great Unknown, is full of lies. This is what Priscilla was trying to do. She was sort of saying, in my opinion, don't believe what Lisa said because she was a druggie, a drunk. All she cared about was chasing boys, that she was a rebellious, angry child. Yeah, that no one could tell her what to do. she used the whole time to turn the public against Lisa Marie. Well, no one fell for it. No one fell for it. We, the Elvis fans, we, the public, know that your behaviour, Priscilla Presley, in my opinion, towards Lisa Marie was disgusting, and how you put Michael Edwards and your career before your daughter, who was only 10, and you did it for years, is disgusting. And you've got some very serious allegations coming to you, Priscilla. And I don't hate you. I'm not going to hate anyone. But we are going to expose your treatment of Lisa Marie. Whilst you were in charge of Lisa Marie, who was only 10, with your boyfriend, Michael Edwards, so-called model, who basically, in our opinion, for entertainment purposes, allegedly molested Lisa Marie. Again and again and again. Spanked and bruised Lisa Marie again and again and again. Took advantage of a girl between the ages of 10 and 15, yeah? It's disgusting, and we want the authorities to deal with it. We want the police involved. We want you, Priscilla Presley, to be investigated for your treatment of Lisa Marie Presley. Now, this is all for entertainment purposes. Now, let me move on a bit more with the interview, you know, the book signing event at Graceland. Priscilla then went on and kept repeating that her and Riley are close. Oh, me and Riley were so close, you know, the press made more of it than it was. We've always got on well, we're so close. One of the times she says it, Riley says, are we? Did any of you get that? Amy, did you get that? When she said, oh yeah, me and Riley are really close, and Riley had this funny grin on her face and said, are we? Yeah? And then she repeats it again, oh, me and Riley are really close. And Riley just has this fixed grin on her face. She never agrees. Riley never agrees that they were close. Not even once does Riley say that they were close. Not even once. Even when Priscilla tries to hug Riley, it's a very awkward hug. A very awkward hug. Now, I found the whole interview very uncomfortable. I found that Priscilla tried to take center stage. She walked into that stage and said, oh, whose clap was the loudest? Oh, was mine louder than yours? Oh, was mine louder than yours? With this awkward giggle. I actually thought Priscilla was a bit drunk. That's just my opinion. I thought she looked a bit woozy to me. And then she spends the next 15 minutes, or is it 20 minutes? Ha-ha, this is my moment. This is my moment to shine, to tell the world the truth. This is my chance to manipulate and twist the truth. And she really did take her moment. She never stopped speaking for 15 minutes. All of what was said from Priscilla's mouth was to trash Lisa. To make the world think that Riley and Priscilla are very close and there are no problems. That was her intention, yeah? I don't think it worked. Well, I hope it didn't. You get what I'm saying, guys? So, now, Priscilla is trying, in my opinion, to con the world. She used her time in Memphis to try and reduce the damage caused by the book From Here to the Great Unknown, to mitigate things. Damage limitation, is that the word? This is what she tried to do, yeah? It was her opportunity to set things right, to brainwash the public, to brainwash the fans. This is what I believe, guys. Now, I'm hoping that no one's fallen for it. I'm hoping that no one's fallen for it, yeah? And that people will see through it. People will see through everything that Priscilla was trying to say, that people saw through it. That's what I'm hoping. Now, yes, right, I'm going to come back to the ending of this live stream now. Yep, Shauna did go through it all, and she was right. Now, I will say this. I know Rare Elvis Photos, he was there for the, the Nashville, Tennessee book reading. I don't think. I know Presley Mania, lovely Rhonda, she's been covering it as well. We love Rhonda, don't we? Now, I don't think you're going to see Priscilla again at a book signing event. I really don't. I think for Priscilla, it was all... Oh, let me just press that. Sorry. I think for Priscilla, it was all about being at Memphis, being at that book signing event with Riley. I don't think we're going to see Priscilla now in the other book signing events. If she's going to be in one, it'll be the London one, won't it? Because the London one is important. Do any of you think that Priscilla's going to turn up at the London event? I ask you.